Hi there, this is video number 2 of this Oil Pastel for Beginners series. If you want to art along with me today, I'm keeping this video in real time for you. You can go over to awesomeartschool.com and download the reference, and then we can do this together. This is my second in my Oil Pastel for Beginners. Idiots like me who have never done oil pastel before. This is officially my first oil pastel project ever in my whole life since I was in like 2nd grade. Yeah. So don't laugh too hard at me. So I'm gonna quickly draw this guy, and yeah. Draw along with me. Got his little hat going. I like this picture because it's blue, so if you want to use him for like a Hanukkah or a Christmas, blue is a lovely option, crowd pleaser for everyone. This little image, I actually bought the rights to use him off of Etsy, good old Etsy. And if you do any, I don't know if you guys know this, but if you follow along with me, it looks like a sketchy elf right now. Yeah, I actually have an awesome free Facebook group if you're not in it yet. And if you are, hi friend. I actually we do monthly giveaways. And by we, I mean me. And I give away like ridiculously awesome things. Let's see, and all you have to do, if you're following a YouTube video, all you have to do is upload a picture of whatever tutorial you are following or were inspired by, and use the hashtag Karen's YouTube. And if you win, we pick actually winners the first of every month, so it resets every month, which is nice. Yeah, you can win any one of my art books that you choose. So I have over 18. And I just started my figures one literally yesterday. It's been a big week. I'm doing all new art book and I'm learning all new supplies. So I don't know, I was just inspired to just go for some new things. Yeah, I'm ready to kick up the learning. So anywho, you can come join my Facebook group. Just search Awesome Art School in groups on Facebook. I'll also drop a link below for you. And, wow, that eye is way smaller than this other one. Let's make that one bigger. And, yeah, you can win a prize. It's also filled with, like, extraordinarily wonderful people, I have to say. So I invite you to join me if you're not already there. I'm very excited to do this project. And so now we have his little face. I think his nose is a little, let's see, he's got this his nose does almost connect up with his little eyeballs. And he's got this little patch of white, so cute. Yoop and zoomp. And you know what I will do? I will put, where's my eraser? I will put this reference at awesomeartschool.com. I'll have it there for free. So if you want to draw along with me, I will post my final up there for you, and you can use that to draw along with me. Part of my, not allowed to use the original to distribute, but I can give you mine. And then you can follow along directly with me as I draw. You can draw, and then you can join my Facebook group, and then you can be entered to win. All right, so we have his little face is done. And then we got these furry patches. And then he's got his little body here. His little feet. I have so much crap. I can't even have space for my drawing. He's got a pretty short little body. His paws are here. And here. Just gonna use little ovals to get started. the basic shape. And then the haunches come out like this. And actually they're up above, aren't they? They're more like up here. And then they come in, and then they're higher than the front paws. So there's one back here. There's this little belly, and then there's another hauncheroonie over here. And then here's this little foot back here. So cute. And then last but not least, we have these. I have no idea how I'm going to do any of this, but we have these pine needles basically kind of here, blah, 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 and here, blah, blah, blah. And we also have these stars. I should probably start with the stars. I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna begin with that in mind. I'm just gonna dive the heck in. Okay, so I'm using these Mungios on the first episode of this series. I tested 4 different brands, and I was happiest with the Mungio in terms of just all the things, and it doesn't break the bank. This whole set was like 12 bucks. So super affordable. Did I mention I have no idea what I'm freaking doing? Okay, good. I just wanted to be super clear about that. No idea. So just for lack of any other clue, I'm gonna start with dark on this side. I'm nervous. I feel like a loser that I only, demonstrate and teach things that I have a ton of experience, and I frankly, friends, have zero. So for those of you who are watching who know how to do this, please be kind. I don't pretend. I'm not pretending that I know what I'm doing. I am fully admitting that I have absolutely no idea. Oops, off the page already. This is a big ass piece of watercolor paper, cold press. I know that bigger is better. For me, in general, always, anyways. But also, like, you can't get any detail really with these suckers. So I'm starting off big just to be kind to myself. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I feel like this might be just a disaster. And this already is too dark of a color than what is on my page. But I think we can get all layery with these, right? I feel like that's the whole point of oil pastels. It's like everything's layered, and that's what I keep seeing. So here goes nothing. I've watched maybe 6 videos, and that's it, my friends. That is it. The rest. So this will just be like total shot in the dark. So my favorite people have been to watch whopping 6 videos. Our Lindsay the Frugal Crafter. So shout out. She is always like tried and true the best tutorials on pretty much all art supplies. All right, so now I'm moving up one color. Oh, this is kind of more the color that I see in there anyways. Oh shit, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to use my new gloves in a bottle. I've used this only exactly once before. I don't really know why I'm putting it on the back of my hands. I'm not like rubbing it that way. That's just weird now that I think about it. This was on clearance yesterday at Jerry's. And it's weird. But I do know I did take an oil painting class. I've taken 1 oil painting class. It was actually just a few months ago. And I know my teacher was like, really like, you need to protect your hands. Like, oils are not good for your body, or your skin gets absorbed. So just to keep out the bad guys, and I don't So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know. So, oh, back to the YouTubers. So Lindsay, the Frugal Crafter, shout out, just, you know, thousands of like amazing tutorials. And I've never met her or spoken to her or anything, but she just seems like a total sweetheart. She's also a fellow New Englander. That's where I'm from as well, although I live in the South now, which I always find so strange. Still, I can't quite get over it, and I've been here for 15 years. Oh, let me go. While I have this, I think I also need to do some this color. Do some this color. There you go. Not even English. Yeah, and then this is a little bit lighter. I'm just going to moosh it over here. And then my other favorite, and actually this guy I've been watching for ever since he came out, and his YouTube growth has been absolutely bananas. This guy is hilarious. Black Bean CMS. If you've not checked him out on YouTube, he is super fun and funny. He'd probably die if he knew that like some middle-aged random lady was like fangirling over him, but he really is. I've been on YouTube forever. He's been on for 5 minutes and he's just so good. I'm so happy for him that he's just exploded. YouTube algorithm accurately picked up that his videos are really awesome. And so it's been fun to watch him. He seriously would be so creeped out, right? He'd be like, I thought I was talking to like really cool college kids. I'm like, nope, just random middle-aged white lady. So he is doing incredible work though. His work is insane. All right, so I'm gonna go up yet another. I'm going up the blue scale here. They gave me all these, so I'm working. I started with this dark one, and then I'm going up, and then up, and then I'm gonna go up one more, and then I'll probably end up here in the white as I make my way. I can't wait to blendify these with my newly protected fingers. So I'm just mooshing. I think I might, I don't know. I literally don't know. I was gonna say, I think I might put it all down and then have like a blending party. But I don't know if I should layer, well, let's just say I just don't know. If I should put down everything. Do I need to put this down heavier, lighter? No freaking clue. But I'm gonna just put some, going for this approach. Trial and error, that is how we learn. And you are, I'm putting myself in the same boat as everyone else. Oh, I forgot his little nosy nose. He's so cute. How does anyone do anything smaller though? I don't know that I could. And this is like, you know, this is like an inch big. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I did see Lindsay using some colored pencils, and she was using Prismacolors and saying that they worked really good, really well. Excuse me, my mother would kill me if I said really good. It's bad English, bad grammar. Sorry, grandma. My mom is taught ESL for 37 years, I think. She actually is the editor on all 18 of my art books. My mom has edited. She is no joke. She knows every single word to say in every single sentence. She's so kind to do that for me. All right, I'm ready to switch gears. I don't know if I should blend now or should I do all the colors and then have like a blending party at the end. I don't know. Oh, I still have one more shade of blue. Oh, this is kind of the wrong blue, so I'm not going to do too much. In my head, I feel like this might be, and I might be way off, but I feel like this is a little bit like watercolor markers, because the way that I use those is I like scribble them on and then I blend them with water. I come in and have a blending party with water, and I'm like, is this kind of like that? I feel like it might be. I just did a really, I hope it's okay to toot my own horn, but I just did the cutest scarecrow project in the world in watercolor markers. Look how cute this little guy is. And that's the same process, but with watercolor markers. What do you like? I just like scribble scrabble, and then I add water to get it all blendy. This feels really similar to that. So now I'm kind of excited. All right, I'm going with white. Oh, or I guess I could, oh, I forgot an important step. Just cleaning my white off. I guess I could blend it with just my whites and not even blend it with my finger. I have no idea. I guess it works for this part. But what happens if I also... Oh yeah. When I was testing it, I did notice that like putting white on top is, ugh. It's like it doesn't really seem to pop all that well. And I also was messing around with the blending stumps, which did really work really well. I don't like seeing the white of the paper. I think I'm gonna mash more in, and I don't know if does everybody do that? I don't know. Are you supposed to leave the white of the paper? I don't feel like I don't like the white of the paper. I think that's, to me, I feel like that's where it looks a little like childish. Now I'm using it very heavy-handed, just for funsies. I need to like see what the effect is. I don't know. And am I blending them with just the other colors, or am I gonna blend it? I do not know. I do not know what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it anyways. All right, I'm gonna push down a little bit harder. Oh, I've been here so long, my light's timed out. So let's see, I bought some dedicated. I've been ready. I totally went crazy at Jerry's yesterday. Wonder if I can use, oh yeah, that works. This is a mooshing tool. I also know that people love Q-tips, which I keep forgetting to grab. Oh, this works really well. Actually, look at that little blendy party we're having. Wee. Oh, I don't like that though. Just kidding. I wonder if that will help me get like a little bit more cleaner edges, or if I just clean that up with my Prismacolor pencils. But there's some nice things happening here. Legit, I have no clue what I'm really doing. Just trying it on for size. So I do think this, well, it does feel similar to me, like I was just saying with the watercolor markers, where you kind of scribble and blend and scribble and blend. I feel like there's not enough pigment in some places. And I also figure out, like, am I supposed to be swirling this? Is this a swirly gig situation, or is it better to do, oh, now that one's timed out. Or is it better to do more like straight lines? I have no clue. I kind of like the swirly ones. I don't think I like it when you can see the white of the paper. My finger definitely gives like a, see how it just smeared all that? I kind of obliterated that lovely white I had going for that glow. So now I want to know, can I put that glow back? If I go in with more white, can I get it more white? By just like mashing it on top? Can you do that? So I don't know. I'm gonna try. Yeah. Yes, I think you can. And then I also want to see, except it's still not like white. I think you kind of give up your white capability as soon as you have all these, because you're having basically like a giant blending party on your paper. I do think I'm gonna see if I can get rid of all the white of the paper. Is that like a weird desire? I didn't watch enough videos to actually even pay attention to that, to be totally honest. Is that bad? A bad student. All right, so this over here is the darkest. So I'm gonna go more. All right, so now I have a new personal objective: obliterate the white. For 0 reasons. I just feel like I want to do that. Like, go away. Like, how much do you need to put down to do that? Quite a bit. I think the hardest part is actually, it's okay to obliterate it in these parts. It's getting it out of the edgy parts. Because it's like, you almost need like a couple of coats, which you can't really get if it's just that edge. So we'll see if we can just use a pencil for that part. I do recommend, I've been following Blackbean for a while, although I don't actually watch his tutorials to learn. I actually watch him because he's super entertaining and I love like the end result. I haven't really been paying attention on like technique, which now I regret doing that. And I can go back and do more, but I also want to feel it first. Like, what does it feel like? Because then I feel like if I watch it, I can kind of, it's almost like I get little like muscle empathy and be like, oh, okay, I can kind of like understand in my brain what it is going to feel like when I am blending or whatever. All right, but yeah, it's a lot of work in here, that's for sure. All right, so I just blend. Again, I'm like covering up my white, which is annoying. It's almost like, you know how in most art supplies, everybody struggles to blend? And I feel like with oil pastels, it's like you struggle to, it's like you blend too well. It's too much blending possibilities. I don't know what the like highlight on the hat doesn't actually make any sense. I'm not really following the reference anymore. There's like a white thing here. But see how I can't apply any more white on top. So that's important for me to learn. I don't know what you do about that. Just nothing? Just can't have white again? Or do you like, if you put it light white on the bottom, I guess you could scrape it off. Could you scrape it back to the white of the paper? Another question. All right, so I am getting to the, I think there's enough getting laid down where I can eliminate the white, the white spots, but I still have no idea what to do with this mammoth white blob I have just in the middle. Yeah, it's very interesting, to say the least. And you do sort of lose like your definition, but if I zoom out, it looks beautiful, but it doesn't really look fabric-y because there's like no lines where you can do that. So maybe I'll grab a colored pencil before I go any further and just see how that, I don't even know what it feels like. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if drawing with a pencil is just gonna carve into it. I have no freaking idea, but I'm gonna try it right now just for funsies and see what that looks like. All right, wish me luck, friends. Let's see how this goes. This is Lindsay recommends Prismacolor, so that's what I have. I have literally blue all the way up my arm, all over my hands. I don't know. I guess I will put some paper towel down so I just don't smear. Okay, here goes nothing. I feel like it's just gonna carve into it, but maybe I can go like around the edges enough. Oh yeah, that works. And kind of just, that way I can get like a fine, I'm like a little obsessed. I don't like the fray edge look. So that will help give it a definitive line. So my question is, oh yeah, see, it does pick up, it does pick it up. But maybe you can also blend it? I don't know. What is it doing? It's definitely like peeling. What if I just come into it here? Oh yeah, see? It is just, it's like moving it. Is it laying down any pigment of its own? Oh, I guess it is. That's weird. And also good. So we can again kind of get like a, I want a crisp edge is what I'm looking for. Oh, I can actually move it to also blend at the same time. Okay, that's really neat. And I guess another thing I could do, I guess, I have never tried it. Oh, we also have these weird blendy tools, which I tried in the first video and I was like, what is happening? I don't really know. So what if I do, oh, that just made me go outside the lines. Okay, these tools are really expensive and I don't understand them. I'm just gonna come right out and say I don't understand what I'm doing with them. If you know how to use these tools, let me know. Am I just using it to blend? I need to go back and watch more videos. I have no idea. That didn't do anything. I also have these little skinny blending stumps. I can like scrape off the extra. I guess I could try, if I do that along my rough edge. Oh, that does help a little bit. There's still a rough edge though there. That's gonna drive me bananas. So it's still white of the paper. And I need to figure out what is the best blending tool. Is it my finger? Or is it a this sucker? See, but it also like your colors get all smeary weary. Which is fine if you want to go dark, but not that great if you want to go lighter. So I guess maybe instead of starting with the dark colors, I would start with the light colors, I'm guessing, and that would help to eliminate that. I'm just guessing. I really have no idea. Again, let me know in the comments. I am totally open to being schooled by everyone. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Wow. That's really pretty. But it was also a lot of work. Like, I'm not sure that was like enjoyable. Is that bad? It's a lot of like physical mooshing. And I'm like, I don't know that that's just for me. Good thing I bought 4 sets of 4 sets of oil pastels. I really am obsessed with getting rid of the paper. Okay. All right, in a sec I'm going to move on to our little foxy poo. Let me just call this a day. I'm wondering if I can have some lines for like the, you know, the fabric folds. Oh, and I'm annoyed at myself because every time I go outside of the lines, it's like you have this new stupid frayed edge that I just created. But I guess that's when I can use my pencils to like bring them in. Bring in the edge, friends. Here it's too, it's like way. Now this is because I'm not switching to like appropriate colors, it's also going to be like a dark outline, which I don't really want, but I'm just trying to, I'm way more interested right now in just seeing like, can I bring in any details at all? And if so, how? And if no, like, good to know. I feel like the answer might be no. But until I do it myself, I want to myself get to that point and not just take someone else's word for it. Kind of prove yes or no. Well, this might be the first time that I'm forced to use colored pencils, which by themselves I do not enjoy whatsoever. So if I zoom out, okay, you do get a little bit more subtle gradations. I can't believe how much physical work it is to do just that. But that is freaking gorgeous. I have to say, look at that. I mean, it looks like an oil painting. That would have taken me 2 minutes to paint, and it took me like 20 minutes of mooshing. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. I was gonna jump to the Foxy, but actually I actually have so much more work to do on all his eyes. So I'm gonna get to mooshing. And again, especially because this is a very, you know, tightly drawn details, I think I'll have no choice but to use my colored pencils and really get in here for the details. But having a blending stump is super handy, and I never would have expected you could use a blending stump had it not been for those other online educators. So thank you so much. And I don't know what happens if you like do this big chunk where I like went out of the line, because the space we have to work in is so tiny. And I definitely have no idea how I'm going to place like a highlight on the nose, unless, like, look how raggedy that is. Is this what these, I'm obsessed with not knowing how to, can this move it out of the way? Nope, that just smears it. I'm so confused. I'm very confused about those. But I can use this again to like shore up the eyes. So I will definitely be getting my colored pencils out when I'm doing this at any time. Help me make those super fine details. Although colored pencils are similar like that too, where you have to layer them and layer them and layer them, and normally I have no patience for that. So I wonder if that's just where I'm going to end up on these two. Oh, I also wanted to try this. I forgot. When I opened my colored pencil bin, I saw I had this. This is actually a China marker, which part of their appeal is that they draw on everything. Oh no, this is not doing a thing. Oh, I wonder if that's because these are like wax. Like 0 came off. Yeah, that's not gonna work. That's a big fat no. Here is an indigo. Oh, if you could see my desk right now, I'm gonna die. I'm a mess. I'm trying to carve in. Can I like carve in a little detail around here? Not really. I think I started with that was way too dark. And my colored pencil was not dark enough. I'm liking this combo though. It finally gives colored pencils a use that I will tolerate, maybe. See, there's like this, there's like a lower lid where there's no pigment. Well, it's like a, I'll see if I can draw that in. I don't know if that might just be a disaster. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. And then there's black people in the middle. Can't find my black. All right, it took me like 10 minutes to find a black, but I did find, oh, look at that. That black Prismacolor pencil is indeed working. Yay, on top. Okay, that's fantastic news. It is stirring up a little bit of trouble, but no, I think that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good. Now I can add the details that I need to in and around the eye. Good, 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 good. Just need a little bit of contrast, you know? I wonder, then, that kind of begs the question, can I put white? Can I put like a white, what white dots of white can I use for highlights? I will have to go and look at Black Beans. I know he's big on highlights. I can't remember what he used. I haven't studied his videos in a very long time. I watched one today, but it was on his chalk pastel one, which is really not what I was meaning to look at, but he's so entertaining I could not look away. But I do just love discovering things on my own. It is the best way to learn, is to figure it out by yourself. Watch a little and then go do. Don't just watch. Go watch and do at the same time. Okay. So I'm so happy we can do something with details. Thank goodness. Okay, heaven, so happy. All right, and we have the same kind of crisp. I feel like I'm gonna do all this work though to get like a crisp edge, and then as soon as I start look at what a mess I'm making too. Holy moly. There's like bits and bobs and things everywhere. I am not a neat artist, but holy moly. All right, I feel like I'm gonna have to just go back and redo all that, but we'll see. But look how yummy that hat is. Yum, yum, yum indeed. So I'm just going to do a little bit of the blending for like these pine needles, I guess. And then I'm going to get started on the fur. So when I do the fur, based on what I've just learned from doing this very small amount, I'm going to start off, instead of doing dark to light, I'm going to start off doing light to dark, and then seeing if I can get that. Oh, this just looks like a furry. This is like not, this is not good. I don't know if I'm ever going to get, I'm going to have put in some actual, like use that colored pencil and make the individual pine. Because right now it's just a blob. Not exactly what I was going for. Just this little shading in here. I feel like all hell is gonna break loose when I go start the fur. I'm already like a mess. I'm learning. Thank God for this blending stuff. I think my fingers would fall off if I had to do this all with my fingers. I like literally couldn't do it. Wouldn't want to do it. Oh, and this is supposed to go close right up to the fur. I'm like oonching around it, which is not really good. All right, I'm going to deal with the rest of this later. Oh, I forgot this part, which again is a little much because now we have to go white very quickly. We'll see. We'll see if I can pull it off. I don't know if I can. We will see. It's like a big science experiment. Okay, now I get to switch gears. And I'm going to start with the light. I will take a quick progress pick because why not? So this time, oh, I'm like, where's the white? Where's the white? Because my white is now blue. So let me, well actually what I'll do is, since this kind of has to blend anyways, I'll put my blue white here, because that has to, yeah, that's gotta, has a little bit of that blue undertones because it's basically in shadow, and then I'll clean and then I will resume. How does that sound? It's a good compromise. There's kind of, we can also, you kind of clean this up here. It's kind of supposed to be more gray, but don't want to waste any part of these. So now I will clean those off. And I'm going to start with the white ear. Yeah, and I think I'm going to actually start this off as well, because I already learned that those white splotches disappear pretty quickly. So, oh, and then of course this will be just straight up. I'm trying to see what it does to the graphite. It just like muddies it. I didn't see anyone using graphite. Oh, it smears the graphite. For better, for worse, I don't really know. My white is still not white. But I guess my objective is to just lay down a bunch of white, because eventually these areas are gonna, oh, I don't know what I just did. Oh, I'm picking up that little bit under its mouth. So it's kind of, as you can tell, like kind of gross at this stage. It's a weird art supply, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just putting down and putting down some more. And my hope, and I have no idea if this is going to be effective or not, but my hope is that at the end, I'm going to be able to use my scrapery tool thing and make some what look like fur. No idea if that's actually going to pan out or not, but I'm going to try. Get his little feet. So I'm just kind of laying down this foundation of white and also smearing all sorts of other graphite and other colors. Oh, my arm is literally sore. Oh, and you know what else? My camera was for crap right there. Sorry, I was just doing these little, his little feetsies, and over here on his haunches. And even over here. Again, laying it down because I'm going to do some scraping later. Oh, and make sure the ears, inside of his both ears. Well, now I see why you go through white so much. I'm already down to the paper, and it's only been my first project ever. Okay. So before I went dark to light, now I'm going to go light to dark. So there's this pale yellow color, and I'm going to put that around. It's a little bit too light, but I feel like the name of the game. Oh, I just realized too, there should be, the eye should be lower and there should be all this fur above the eye. But yeah, I'm not gonna have that. This is a different species of fox, apparently. So doing some mooshing, and here I thought mooshing was just gonna be for pencil work. Nope. Again, not exactly the right color, but I'm hoping that we'll kind of wind up there at some point. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. We'll see. Gotta get this on. Okay, yes. I do think this is a little bit like what I was saying, where you scribble, scribble, and then blend like we do with watercolor markers. So putting that down, picking up my next color, which there's actually this nice brown we could do. There's also orange. This is a lovely color, and there's also this lovely color as well. There's a couple different things we could try. This is around the eyes. And the nose. And the eyes, and above this area. And the ears. This is orangish yellow. What's the name of this color? I'm already dreading blending this. Is that bad? My hand already hurts just thinking about it. Oh, I really do need to try a Q-tip. And this white. And then this stuff. This is a mess in here. Just a mess. But I feel like we can do it, but I don't realize what a physical medium this is. It really is. It's like getting a workout. All right, here we go. Let's go down even deeper now. Let's see, we have golden yellow, a little bit darker. Get a little bit darker now. You know that song. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Gets darker up under the hat because that's where it's shady. This is going to sound really stupid, but I forgot that if you put it on its side, you can get thinner lines. I was like, oh, look at that. Duh. All right. And again, making our way around, scooting it here. We have a ways to go till we get at the shade that we need, though. We still need to go down quite a few colors. And the haunches are the darkest because they're in the back. I'm excited to go even darker. I might skip a shade. There is this one. I'm not sure we see that much of it. But so I'm torn now between the russet. I'm going to try the russet. And I'll use this one more sparingly. Feet, these poor feet have absolutely no definition in them whatsoever. And then his little face. We might have to do this part with colored pencils. Thank God we have like an out there. I'm still learning, like, how much do I need of this? Is this too much? Is this not enough? What is going to happen? Ooh, the big reveal is going to be when we start blending. All right, ready? Ready to start blending? I think I am. All right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. No, wait, I lied. We need to put a little bit of shading in the ears. Just gonna pop a little gray in here, and a little gray here, and a little gray in the fur here, and here. So what I've done is I have built up this like wad, like a wad, I think, of oil pastels. So in theory, all I need to do now is mush for like 3 days. You guys ready? Okay, I don't even know where to begin. Genuinely do not know where to begin. I guess I will start here. And I'm gonna use a up and down motion. Because that's like the directionality of his fur, his or her. And then I'm going to use that gosh dang tool at the end to scrape. I'm hoping what it's going to look like fur. But we need to get all the colors down first. That's why I started with the white. I have no idea if that's going to work or not. I really, truly don't. Oh gosh, that's really dark. Oh, I can even scrape that off a little. Okay. Oh, I really did. I'm just scraping that off. I was like, I don't want that there. And it actually lifted it. Who knew? And it's still pretty dark under here. So I see a little bit of the deep blue, like not, that hadn't been mooshed yet. So I'm mooshing it right now. And get that back dark where it was. Same thing here. Is this like a true labor of love? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about all of this. It's a lot of work. Okay. And I really just like things to be easy. Is that so wrong? All right, here we go, friends. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. Did I add enough so that we can have a mooshing party right now? No idea. Is that enough? Let's go along this line. See, I don't really want to bring that green in. Go back, green. Get out of here. Keep all your colors separated. I'll try layers for sure. So we have this around this eye. So I guess the question is this enough? Where does these blue things just keep popping up? Is this enough down? Or I can move it where I want it to go. Or is this just gonna be a freaking hot mess? Express. Which one? Which one is it gonna be? Maybe a little bit of both, perhaps. right, so I'm gonna stop for a second and like assess what the hell is happening. It's okay. It's all right. We have a long ways to go. Be like this. Oh, I guess I could, that just went down okay. So I was wondering about like layerability. Can I just go in here and add some things? You can if it's dark, but can you if it's light? That's my big question. Because it's kind of like there's just stuff everywhere now. If I use these, do I need to use one for every color and then like start over? I don't know. Or do I need to give up on my dream that I'm going to eradicate all the white of the paper? Also, don't know. It seems like there's just so much contamination with the blending. I guess maybe the objective is like you just never, it's always just a mashy mess, and that's just what oil pastels look like. I don't know enough about it to even say, but I'm learning, and that is what matters. And again, if you know, let me know. Oh, see, that's bad. Oh, shit. Keep having these little things of blue like pop up. Like, surprise, remember me? Remember all that blue mooshing? I'm back. See, it's kind of like, it's, maybe I'm trying to be too precious with it, but I have all these weird pieces getting dragged in, you know? It's not the worst. It's definitely way harder than I realized or I had anticipated. Kind of like, see, get my fingers in there, or maybe we leave that loose. See, these lines that I'm just making are not blended. Maybe we have a combination, which we certainly can do, where you have some, not everything gets blended. Which might be a good compromise, really. Doing some scribble scrabble up here. So I don't know if I should do these with a colored pencil, these little fur marks, or should I make them with these? Kind of blend this in. Yeah, it's interesting because in every medium, it's always like blending is always like the ultimate that you have trouble with. And in this case, it's like way too easy. It's like the opposite problem. Right? All it does is want to do is blend. And like it's too much. Oh, and now it's carving out. I can't figure it out. Those holes in the paper drive me nuts, I decided. Holy guacamole. Okay, before I go to whoosh all this other stuff, I'm gonna add more white to this chesticle. We always call this part of our dogs the chesticle. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's funny every time. See that? In that way they're blending each other. Maybe that's the ticket. Like I can, and that's actually the easiest to do as well. Like use the white to blend. It's so smeary and yummy. If I do that in like a whole area. Ooh, it looks nice. It's kind of how you like burnish with white colored pencil, you know? It's a little bit like that. It's a heck of a lot easier than using your fingers or a blending tool, except for now everything is too white. But I feel like it might be okay because now like we still have to go back and add more, so it'll just actually get easier and easier to blend these subsequent layers. Or maybe I'm just hoping that that's what's gonna happen because I don't like it. I need this orange back in. I do like it better if I have like a ton on, because it makes applying more really easy. It's almost weirdly like physically tiring to have to keep whooshing it in. So the more you put on, the easier and more slick it gets, and it's just easier all around. So that's good to know too. Maybe you just layer and layer and layer and layer forever, which is kind of what we were doing at the start. Anyways. Yeah, I mean, I can see after you have so many layers, I mean, it's really like builds up. Just like anything, kind of just helps build up sort of like a more luminosity, level of luminosity. Especially for animal fur, because then you have these individual lines as well. But yeah, I think that's my biggest kind of surprise for this process has been how, just surprisingly how kind of difficult it is, to be honest. This is the white again. I'm like tapping it on because I'm like willing it to stick on top, I guess. Oh, that's actually kind of working. So yeah, it's like the surface, once you have so many layers, is so different than the surface of the paper when you're just getting started. I guess that's something I want to like keep in mind. It's interesting. right, so where the heck even was I? I don't even know. My hands are like covered. I guess I'm just gonna maybe start whooshing this a little bit. And then I'm gonna try going in with my colored pencil, as well as my scraper tool. Oh, using the side of my pinky is weirdly effective and satisfying at the moment. Maybe I wore my other fingers out. But see how it's like golden and glowing? It's, again, that's like too much blending. Which is just a problem we never have with other art supplies. There's always not enough blending, not ever too much. So interesting. Oh, now it's foot screen because I dunked my pinky into the blue. It will happen for sure. So seeing how now it's so blendy, but now we lost like all the definition. So let's take a break from that. Grab some orange. I just wonder, can I even lay down orange colored pencil? Again, I'm like dubious. Like, is this gonna work? That is really not even darker down here. Because these are really dark under here too. Yeah, it's just like a wad of oil. Well, I gotta tell you, mad respect for oil pastel artists. Good Lord. So I guess you can get like a little furry feeling, I guess, for lack of a better word. I'm really like pounding this down, but honestly, it's kind of working for me. I guess you can, I'm trying to blend it like a little bit. Like, can we do a little bit? Is that a thing? Does it always have to be like everything? All right, now we're getting more hair-like. Kind of. Again. All right, so blending with the white does work, but it's not like you're not adding white. It's like you're actually just blending, which are two very different things. I'm going to do the kind of inside of the toes to get a little definition down here. I'm hoping my colored pencil blends in with the pastel. This comes up here. Yeah, I mean, if I really like push hard, I can kind of like insist that will work. Look at those little toes. They're so cute. Just gonna like scrub some. Okay, so this is what my pencil is doing. It's etching all the way down to the paper and then making a mark on the paper. Which is valid. I get it now. I get that that's how it works. And then this one has 3 toes, so 1, 2, and then again, this one is really all right, we're getting somewhere. 10 hours later. It's gonna be like the longest video on YouTube. And then this we can use also for these weird pine needles designs. I'm just gonna flick my way out of this situation. It's working for me. I'm doing it. Cheating. I don't know how to put the gold stars in front, or if it's like when you're working with watercolor when you have to like use, I guess I could use like Frisket. I don't know if you can use Frisket with oil, anything. Another thing I will have to Google. And then we have this foot on this side. So much attention to feet right now. And again, this we can almost like we're putting, like inserting the hair around it. 1, 2. Again, I'm going to carve down to the paper so I can make my lines, willing my lines to show. So if I zoom out, all right, we are actually 16,000 hours later. We're actually kind of getting there. All right, I need to take a breather for a minute, come back. I want to use my scraping tool to see if we can make the look of hairs all around them. Let's see what we can do. And then I'm also going to do a quick search on how the heck to put a white highlight on. I do not know. I got to go figure that out. I'll be back. Okay, I just watched some quick tutorials on YouTube. Apparently, if you want to do a real highlight, you just save it so you don't cover it all up. But obviously, too late now, friends. Too late now for me. So I'm going to try to finish up my details in, what is this called? A colored pencil. If I can even. And I find it's now a mixture of poking through to the paper to make the line and also blending whatever the heck is there. So again, this is my first ever piece, so I'm gonna be gentle on myself and just do whatever. Just try not to suck super bad. But look at that, just carved a hole right in his poor face. Sorry, dude, let's put it back. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna try to do, I got these little scrapey thingies at Michael's yesterday, and now I wish I had like an in-between. This one's like teeny weeny. Let's see, do I have another one? I have a bunch, but no, they're all this size. I guess I could also use, I don't know, anything. I could even like retract my pencil and just use the tip there. But I'm hoping, ooh, I'm gonna try the little one. I'm hoping that I can maybe make the look of fur. It almost mimics what I have, what is shown in the reference photo. I'll show you. See how you have these? And so my thought was I could use this and do the same kinds of things. Does it work? I think it does. I think it does. I'm also like transplanting. I'm gonna do these last because I was already picking it up and then I'm like putting it down over here. So I guess I need to be careful about where I start. So I'll do these first. And I guess I really do need to like clean this off a bit. Ooh, I was revealing blue underneath there. So yeah, that actually works. Holy cow, thank God. I was like, here goes nothing, friends. And I don't know if this is gonna do anything. This seems to be revealing dark patches instead of more light, so I'm gonna kind of take it easy on those areas. But we can do them over here. Sort of. There we go. Okay, definitely you can see where I had a lot of white down, so I think my thinking was correct. But, you know, first time's always going to be dicey. Ooh, that looks good. Where there was a ton. That is actually very effective. Again, super getting lucky there. Now I can go back up to the blue and kind of etch in. It's kind of getting darker because I had the dark first, but that's okay. It's still kind of making it sort of a furry appearance. Now I want to clean up this line a little bit, but I think rather than add like cleaning it up with white, I'm actually going to clean it up with blue. I'm going to go the other route. So, you know, you got choices. So this is the one I'm taking. Same thing over here. And this way too, we can kind of bring back his chin that was lost. And yeah, the pencil just kind of melts into the pastel anyways. So that when you zoom out, you know. Now I can't really see anything over here, so I'm going to add, this is just a colored pencil in orange, so I'm going to add some little flickies, if you will, for lack of a better word. Give him some hair on his ear. It also helps, it kind of like, I'm like pushing the pastel. So you can kind of also push inwards as well. I wish I hadn't used graphite. I think from now on I'll use colored pencil for the sketch. Ooh, we can also see if we can put some hair things here perhaps. Even though they're not the right color, it definitely is still makes it look hairy, so to speak. So it's like inside you have the white scratches, and then when you go outside the boundary, you have the pencil sketches. So this is gonna work, friends. Oh, except I don't know where that deep this like deep blue keeps popping up everywhere. I don't know why. I'm cleaning my tip off and I'm still getting it. I don't know why that is. That's really annoying. I must have something on there though. I don't know if you can see that. It's driving me crazy. Guess we can go down. It doesn't happen as much, apparently. Weird. It also has these, it does have some whiskers. I don't even know how the heck we're gonna put those on. Oh, I could even carve out that way. Oh, I wonder if we can carve out a highlight. I need like a little scraper tool. Nope. The other thing I also can try is, let's add some more of those whiskers on this side before I get ahead of myself here. So you can put some orange ones at the tips, because like I was saying, you can't actually can't see them on this side, so we can add coming off the side. Oh, he is actually freaking adorable. Okay, that side looks nothing like that side, but it is what it is, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. He does need to have, let's see, he's got to have a little smile, so I'm going to bring up his little mouth. Thank God for the colored pencils. As per usual, they save the day. I'm going to sharpen this really well, and then see about putting in some cute little whiskers. So what I'm really missing is these gosh dang highlights on the nose and on the eyes, and I truly don't know how to put them on. But I do have, and what I might have to resort to is I have actual oil paint. So I do know that I could just add a little doink. And when I was searching for my Gamsol to do my last when I was doing like the experiments, I found my oil paints, and that was only about an hour ago, and now I cannot find them, which just shows you what an actual hot mess is my life. But they are in my art room somewhere, so I'm gonna go find them, and I think the way I'm gonna solve that is I'm gonna add a dollop of white oil paint to the white of the eyes and the nose, and then we can call this painting a day. So I'm gonna go find that. I'll be right back. Hooray! I am excited. Besides the fact that there's a lot of I'm gonna say shit. I'm gonna just say a shit going on in the background. If you zoom in close, you can see it. I need to figure out how to like save the space for like the stars and things. Totally blew that. Totally blew it. But yeah, I need the highlights are like everything. So I'm gonna go try to find those highlights, and I'll be back. Okay, so that hat looks so good. Very proud of that hat. So I'm going to cheat, and I don't know if this is cheating, actually. I can't really say this is cheating. Maybe people do this all the time. I literally, actually, genuinely have no idea. But this is how I'm going to solve this problem. I'm trying to decide the size of the highlights here. I just have straight up oil paint. And I know that oil, pastels, and oil paints, guess what? They go hand in hand, friends. So I'm using my polka dot tool, and I'm putting it in my oil paint. And that's how I'm going to solve this problem. And I do have to say, being a mixed media artist is so much about problem solving. And there's two little highlights on, I actually put those in the wrong places. They're supposed to be like up higher. Now on my reference, there's little snow polka dots on the hat. I don't actually really know that I want to do that, but I could do a little bit. You could also just add a little bit of a highlight if you wanted to. course, using a brush and not just swathing this around like an idiot would be better. Anyways, I think that I have no problems cheating. I just like using what I have. So I do have oil paint on hand, so I'm gonna use it. But even if I do it just for those, look how much that like jumps out right out at you. So first foray into pastels was pretty exciting. I'm not gonna lie, there's a big learning curve. I do think that doing it bigger is, I highly recommend, because this is also add some more flickies, because it's really hard to do details, although thank God for the colored pencils really came in and like saved the day pretty much throughout the entire piece. I don't know what the solution is for the white background other than maybe coloring in a background so you don't have to worry about all that. But yeah, I mean, it was enjoyable. The hat was so much work, but I'm so happy that I stuck with it because I actually think it looks great now that it's all done. As far as like leaving little bits behind for these little doodads, I think I should have done that from the get-go instead of just steam plowing through it. But that is kind of my like style anyway, so so I'm okay with that. And yeah, if you have any questions or you want me to try something else, let me know. In the next video, I really want to try what it's like to put oil pastels on top of an acrylic base. So I'm going to be doing a face in a straight up acrylic colors with like no shading or highlights, and I'm going to do that all with the oil pastels on top. This is something that I've been wanting to try forever and ever, so subscribe so you don't miss out when that video is released, and click the playlist right here on your end screen to go check out the whole series. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for watching so much.